Have you ever wondered how crypto could actually reach hundreds of millions of people, like overnight? Well, today we're going to look at a project that's trying to do exactly that. They're building a bridge, but not for cars, it's for users, and it's called Kaia. Okay, I want you to start with just one number, 250 million. Just let that sink in for a second. That's not just a big number, right? It's a massive, ready-to-go user base, just waiting for someone to connect the dots. So what if you could onboard all of those people into Web3? But here's the kicker. Not by forcing them to learn this whole new confusing language of crypto wallets and gas fees. No, instead, you just weave Web3 right into the chat apps they're already using every single day. That right there is the big idea behind Kaia. And to really get why that's such a game changer, we've got to talk about Web3's biggest problem. It's kind of got this exclusivity issue. It really feels like there's a velvet rope at the front door, you know? I mean, let's be real here. For most people, Web3 is just complicated. It feels like a giant maze. You've got to figure out digital wallets. You got to memorize these super long cryptic seed phrases, try to understand gas fees. It's a seriously steep learning curve, and it's keeping millions of people on the sidelines. Okay, so this is where Kaia steps into the picture. It's positioning itself as something different, not just another blockchain, but as a bridge built specifically for those millions of users. So what is Kaia exactly? Well, at its core, it's a layer 1 blockchain. You can think of it like the fundamental digital bedrock. And its whole purpose is to connect the Web2 world we all live in today with the Web3 world of tomorrow. And they're starting with the absolutely massive Asian market. Now, Kaia's origin story is pretty unique. See, it wasn't just built from scratch in some garage. It was actually born from a huge strategic merger between two giants. We're talking Clayton, which came from the team behind KakaoTalk, and Finchia, which came from the messaging app LINE. With that one move, bam, they got a direct line to that 250 million person ecosystem we talked about. And their mission is crystal clear. Get rid of all the complexity. The entire goal is to embed stuff like simple crypto payments, DeFi, banking without the banks, and stablecoins, which are just digital currencies tied to real-world money, and put them right inside the apps that people are already using. Okay, so that's the what and the why. But let's get into the how. What's the engine that's actually powering this whole bridge? Well, for starters, Kaia is built for real-world use. We're talking speeds of up to 4,000 transactions a second with really low fees, which makes things like micropayments actually possible. It's also EVM compatible, which is a huge deal because it's an easy on-ramp for all the Ethereum developers out there. But here it is. Here's the killer detail that really shows you where their focus is. It has native support for stable coins pegged to the Korean won and the Japanese yen. That's huge. So how does Kaia really stack up against the competition? I mean, you've got chains like Solana and Polygon, and they're all competing on speed and how friendly they are for developers. But look at that bottom row. That's Kaia's secret weapon. Neither of those big competitors has anything even close to its built-in integration with the massive user bases of LINE and Kakao. That's what you'd call an unfair advantage in the race for mass adoption. All right, so the bridge is built, the tech is there, but what does life actually look like on the other side? What can you actually do in this new world? And get this isn't some far-off dream on a roadmap. It's happening right now. Users can already send payments right inside their chats. They can jump into NFT and gaming projects like Bora and Superwalk. They can even access DeFi services like staking, which is basically just earning rewards for helping keep the network secure. The whole idea is to embed these Web3 functions as simple little mini-apps so they just feel like another feature in the apps you already love. Of course, every ecosystem needs fuel, and for this one, it's the native Kaia token. You can think of it as the lifeblood of the whole network. It's used for, well, everything, from paying transaction fees to securing the blockchain through staking, all the way to giving token holders a say in how things are run and rewarding the community. And just to give you a sense of scale here, Kaia's market cap was sitting at around $333 million. A valuation like that places it firmly among the top 100 crypto projects in the entire world. So it's definitely not a small player. But, no project is a guaranteed slam dunk. They all face challenges. So let's take a clear-eyed look at the road ahead, considering both the potential hurdles and the plan they've got in place. So every project has risks, right? For Kaia, the biggest one is pretty straightforward. What if they build this amazing bridge and nobody crosses it. Or maybe they cross it, but they don't stick around. And the competition from other global players is absolutely fierce. But it looks like their roadmap is trying to tackle these problems head-on. They're focused on building more engaging mini-apps to keep users around and launching new tools for developers to really build out a thriving ecosystem. So what's the dream scenario here? What's the bullish case? It's a vision that's actually pretty simple but really powerful. Millions of people all across Asia using DeFi and other Web3 services every single day. Without even thinking about it, the tech just fades into the background, becoming an invisible, seamless part of their digital lives. At the end of the day, Kaia's whole strategy really just flips the script. Instead of trying to pull all of us into the complicated world of Web3, it's pushing Web3 into the simple world of Web2 that we already know. It's a really powerful idea. And it leaves us with one last big question. Could this be the bridge that Web3 has been waiting for to finally go mainstream?